Hey guys, hope you're having a fantastic Sunday or Monday, depending on where you are in the world. Wanted to pop in today, give you a few more tips and strategies, and talk a little bit more about Life 101. Because as I've said to you before, January, we're starting off of our brand new program. It's Life 101. It's everything that you should have learned in school, but never did. And Catherine and I have talked about this since the moment that we first met. You know, all of the things that you should have been taught would have made life so much easier. You know, things about focus and concentration and mind power and how to use these things in your life. So we've developed Life 101, and it started January 1st. We're still in the pregame. What we're doing here is giving you tools that you can start using to clear away some of the crap that you've got inside and get yourself ready. Because at the end of the month, we're going to start with our first free training. This is absolutely free, this course. All you got to do is join our Facebook group. It's scrolling down there. And in that group, every day, just watch the video, read whatever the posts are. Everything is themed to go along with Life 101. You're going to learn it in bite-sized pieces. It's not overwhelming. All we ask is that you make a commitment, not to us, to you, because it's completely about you. You learning to empower yourself empowers us, it empowers everyone else, and in turn, it lifts up everyone. That's the amazing thing about this. To wake up every day, be stress-free, have no anxiety, you don't have that feeling in the pit of your stomach. It's an amazing thing. So Catherine has been doing this for 30 years with thousands and thousands of clients. Her strategies and her programs are unbelievable. I've been through them myself. And what we're going to teach you in Life 101 is everything that she has learned that works, everything I have learned that works all over the world. I work with the most successful people, and success, like Tony Robbins says, leaves clues. You know, talking to those people, learning what worked and didn't work for them, trying it out, not having to go through years of trial and error, and being able to start on a path that will lead to success is huge. It's free. All you got to do is commit. And we've made it in such a way that you can do it every day, just a few moments a day, 5, 6, 7 minutes a day. Everybody has that. Come on. Get up a little earlier, stay up just a little bit later. You can do something. Get rid of one of those negative habits that you're doing every day. You'll free up so much time in your life. So what I wanted to talk about today, I have some notes like I did yesterday, is I want to give you some more tips on making the change, because we want to get you in the best possible starting position. It doesn't matter where you are on the journey, but we want to bring you in the easiest way possible. So a big way to do that is to do a little bit of clearing, to change a little bit of the way that we look at things. So what I want to talk about now is the courage, the risks, and the rewards. Now, life can be difficult. It can be uncertain, especially when we're faced with change. You know, change is good. You've heard that saying? And really, nothing great has ever happened without it, but change can be scary. But change is often the key that will positively impact your life, but we shy away from it because we don't want to commit to it. We don't want to get out of our comfort zone, and we definitely don't want to enter some area of the unknown. So that fear robs us of our freedom. We're all born with that. We are spiritual beings with an immense power, and you know it when you're a kid, but as you grow, you lose that. And fear starts to take hold. Fear is the biggest dream killer there is because it robs you of your freedom. It robs you of the freedom to make life choices that can bridge the gap from where you are now and where you want to be. And I guarantee that bridge is not as big as you think it is. Inside your mind, you've created such an amount of crap that all you've got to do is start decluttering your mind and start getting in a better mindset. So what I'm going to talk about today, 6 quick, easy steps that you can do, little pregame before we start. Every day in the group, that's what I'm going to do. For the next couple of weeks, I'm going to be giving you some tips. I'm going to be explaining some of our strategies. And it's very important to watch the videos and to read the posts because they are structured in such a way to give you the information as you need it. And it does build on itself. So this is how you're going to get started. First, you need to identify excuses. So be honest with yourself. You may be unhappy for a lot of reasons in your life, but complaining about it does not affect any change whatsoever. In fact, talking about it and bringing it up and feeling those emotions do you nothing but detriment. So are you really good at playing the victim? If you are, you want to look at that. If you've chosen to stay stuck in your life because of fear, then the change you need is not going to appear on its own. You've got to be honest with yourself. Identify the excuses and the rationale that have been keeping your life like it is. If you don't do anything differently, you're going to be exactly where you are now. On December 31st, 2021, you can be a different person. Or you can be the same old person you are now, living the same old life, doing the same old thing like Groundhog Day. Take responsibility. Only you can change you. There's no pill, there's no book. It doesn't matter. All you've got to do is take responsibility and know that the power to change is within you. Nobody can make you do it but you. It'll never stick unless you find it in yourself that you want to do it. Motivation has to come from inside. So take responsibility and closely look at what part of your life has kept you imprisoned from your own potential. Don't blame your own refusal to make changes based on external things. Everyone does it. When you do this, you give overall responsibility to things that you can't control. And you're spending all your energy trying to control them. For example, I would have realized more of my potential, but no one was ever interested in mentoring me. You know, it'd be one thing people say. Stop making excuses. Take responsibility for yourself. Next, very, very important, accept risks. Understand that everything is risky, but so is staying stuck where you are, wasting your life, living a life that is not up to the standards that you've set for yourself. Nobody can tell you that if the life you want to live is right or wrong. You know, as long as you're on the right side of the law, morality and everything else doesn't matter. As long as you're doing something that doesn't hurt anyone else, that benefits you and others, it's up to you. But everything's risky. Change is a fact of life, and participating in change means stepping into the unknown. And that's why it's scary. It means taking a risk. Wouldn't life be boring if we always knew the outcome? I mean, think about it. The riskiest step is always the first step. But when you look back on your journey, it's also the most rewarding because it's the first step into amazing, life-transforming change. Realize risk leads to growth. Growth always involves risk, and risk always involves fear. Understand it, accept it, that's okay. Some people wait for an ironclad guarantee that everything's going to work out exactly like they want until they're ready to move. Guess what? They'll never move, right? Don't wait on the sidelines as the entire world passes you by. Next, focus your priorities. Now, when you were a kid, I'm sure teachers and parents said to you at one time or another, you need to focus. Did they ever teach you? Did anyone ever teach them? Your mind is the most powerful tool in the universe. We're all connected to this universal energy. It doesn't matter what you believe in religion-wise. We're all connected. The energy is inside us. We are all powerful beings. So focus your priorities. Value your needs. Many busy people spend all their time, their effort, and their energy meeting the needs of others. Is that you? Is it you right there? Because I can guarantee it's a lot of you. You will do everything for everyone else, and you never do anything for yourself. Don't tell yourself, you have to remember to place value on your own needs too. Because without a focused priority, you may become molded by your environment. And that is going to give you a stagnated life. Next, this is so important too. Value your time. Time is the most important thing. You can get everything else. Health, very, very important. Time is the most important thing. It's the one thing that you can't hold on to. It's passing us all by. Do not play the when-then game. Don't tell yourself when the children are grown, I'll take some time for myself. When I feel I can make a difference, I'll look for a new job. Sometimes, many people, most people, wait their entire lives and it never comes. Value time and do not assume you have until forever to take a risk and make a change that can excel your life in new directions. You never know the windows and the doors and the synchronicities that will open to you. That can't happen if you're putting it off. If you're saying, I'm going to wait until, no outside force is ever going to be right for you to make the change. Next, renew. You have to evolve rather than age. 45 years old, I sit here in the middle of a worldwide pandemic. I'm in the best place I've ever been in my life. I'm no longer worried about all that stuff. You know, we all age. It's an amazing, beautiful thing. It's like we're all in our own movie. We're experiencing this for the first time. I mean, look, you look in the mirror, it's unbelievable without doing anything. Your body it's unbelievable. It's aging. And a lot of people are afraid of dying. You know, we're all energy. Energy is transient, so it moves on. So it's amazing. You only got to think about it. Whether you believe in something more or you don't, you have nothing to be scared about for death, because either once you die, you're going to realize, wow, there's something else, and now I'm energy, or you'll realize nothing at all because you'll be dead. So it doesn't make any difference. So being afraid of it is stupid. It makes no sense at all. So evolve rather than age. Celebrate the knowledge that aging brings. It brings insight and it brings growth. I'll tell you what, if I was the person I am now when I was 21, there's no telling where I'd be right now. You know, I had to work through all those bad habits and all of those things that held me back. And man, you know, wisdom does come with age. And it was one of those teenagers, you know, that thought they knew everything, you know, and everyone does. We all think we know more than the people, you know, that are trying to teach us. Instead of aging, evolve. Evolving changes your focus from fearing a loss to celebrating an accomplishment. Now listen to this again. Evolving changes your focus from fearing a loss to celebrating an accomplishment. When you've learned throughout your life, it can enlighten current and future generations. Having an evolving attitude inspires authority to renew yourself and make whatever changes will lead you to that renewal. Next, connect rather than wait. Connect with others and connect to a larger perspective. Aging can bring worries about health and fears of loneliness and isolation. Connection brings strength when we feel we are weak. Positive relationships encourage and bring courage to make new and better decisions throughout any life transition. Next, this is a big one. Face your fears. Act before crisis. At its simplest and most benign, fear is an internal warning cry that danger is nearby and we better do something about it. Now, many times it takes a warning cry like a marriage failure or some sort of bad medical diagnosis to realize we need to make change. Do not wait for a crisis to occur to have the awakening about the quality and the value of your life. Begin making changes now. That way, you're more prepared once any crisis has occurred. Just doing positive thinking, you're not going to live a life where there's nothing bad happening to you. We all have to deal with that. It's how you deal with it. And because you're facing your fears and you're understanding what fear is, instead of waiting for a crisis to occur, when you have to deal with that crisis now in the state of mind of anxiety and worry, why not deal with it first when you're in a much clearer mind and can deal with it better? Do not let comfort control you. Move past the comfort of fear. Fears are familiar and therefore misleading us into thinking they're part of who we are. We ruminate over them, fearing they will control us and causing us to live our lives in a state of self-preservation. Now, life can't be a 24-hour thrill ride. It can be close, but you deserve more than just contentment. Expand your comfort zone and give yourself the opportunity for awareness and inspiration. Almost finished. These are the most important. They're right here at the end. They say, if you only watch this once, you're only going to remember the last two things that someone says attention spans nowadays, 7 seconds. So I'm going to tell you the last two things. Imagine the worst. What specifically are you fearful about? Instead of every time you start to get afraid, you block it, you push it down, you don't look at it, you don't want to talk about it, face it, name it, say it out loud. Then ask yourself, what is the worst thing that could happen if I take this risk? Even if you run smack into a wall on your way to making a life change, then at least you will have gained some insight and some knowledge. And that is what life is all about. You are automatically successful if you're moving in the direction of your goals. You may even find this knowledge gives you the courage to tackle more risks. When you realize that you've built up in your mind all of these fears of things that will never happen, and they start to fall like dominoes, you will begin to accept more change and more risk happily in your life. No matter what the scenario, you will have gained the power and the influence to decide your own response. Now, because you definitely don't want to imagine the worst and nothing else, you want to imagine it the worst, you want to tell you what's the worst that could happen, you want to face it, you want to deal with it, and you want to let it pass by. Things are meant to be, like I said earlier, transient. Everything moves through. By holding on to these feelings, you're using your willpower. You're using your life force energy to hold these things inside you. Letting them pass through you is the way it's supposed to be. That's how disease happens, dis-ease. You're holding all of this hate and this anger and all of these things inside of you, and they're poisoning you. You know what stress can do to a person. So imagine the best. Imagine how your life will be different and better once you initiate change. Anticipate the joy, the excitement, and the empowerment that comes from being a leader in your own life. But feel it. Get yourself in that state. Live in the end, as Neville Goddard used to say. But this is the most important thing any of us can tell you. It's important to get into this mindset. Begin with small steps, but take action. There are no microwave miracles in successful life changes. It's going to take a little time to see some results, but you will start seeing results quickly. The only instant change that you can make, not with a pill, not by a book, not with a guru, is a change in attitude. You can do it instantly, and only you can give that to yourself. You'll finally be in charge of the direction and the outcome of your life. Imagine the best and then live it. It's as simple as that. Imagine the best and then live it. So remember, Life 101. This is our brand new program. It is free. We have created it with you in mind. Catherine's 30 years of experience, my 25 years combined, we are giving you everything that you need to go from where you are to where you want to be. None of us should be content with our place in life. There is always more, and the more you can do and the more happiness you can bring to yourself and your family, the more happiness comes to other people. That's how this thing works. Gratitude, being grateful for what you have, brings you more of the same thing. But Life 101 every single day in our Facebook group, Students of Self-Empowerment, but it's right down there. The address is scrolling at the bottom. It's facebook.com/groups/taylor-webb. Go there every single day. Watch the video, read the posts. Everything is structured in such a way to take you through this easier than trying to do it on your own and not knowing for sure. We are giving you step by step how to do it with strategies that not only we know work, that worked for us, but have worked for hundreds, thousands of people all over the world. There is a reason why some people are successful, a handful of people, and the rest aren't. There's things that some people understand, and it's a very subtle shift in your mind. So that's Life 101. Join us in our group. If you have not joined, now's the time to do it. Again, all of it is free. We just want to help you because we're all helping each other. We're empowering each other, and it empowers ourselves. It's a never-ending cycle of greatness, of abundance in all things. You know, abundance isn't just financial. You want to have an abundant life in love. You want to be, of course, successful, but family and friends. And life is not meant to be a struggle. Life is meant to be a joyful thing. We all have bad things that happen. People die, accidents happen. It's how you deal with those things. So giving you the tools to learn how to do it, that's our top priority here. So join us for Life 101. It started January 1st. We're in the pregame part right now. We're giving you little hacks and tricks and things you can do to make subtle, tiny changes. So when we get ready to get started at the end of the month with our first training, you'll know exactly where you are and you'll see. We're going to give you the roadmap and we're going to show you where you can be. All right. So I want to thank you for joining me today. I love popping in here. I'm going to do these every day now, getting more comfortable. And thanks for all your messages. I love hearing that. Wait a second. I think I see some comments. Yes. Yes. You do have to believe in yourself. Absolutely. Self-belief is the most important thing. And belief has to come first. You have to believe. You know, religion somehow perverted belief and faith that it was only, to be used in religion. It's not true. You have got to have faith in yourself first, and joining together does have power. That's why self-empowerment, you are empowering yourself, but in turn, empowering everyone else. So that's why a group like this is fantastic. Thank you. I appreciate it. I can't see your names. All I can see is Facebook user, but I can see your messages there. So that's great. Glad you guys are enjoying it. We're going to do this every single day. 26 years ago, when I started, I was a miserable little chubby kid. I was one of those kids who always made fun of themselves before anybody else could. I was one of those kids, that was a smart ass. And I was miserable. Even when I started making money and I've made millions of dollars, I was still miserable because money doesn't change that. What we think will make us happy is not really what makes us happy. It's just being happy in here, happy within ourselves. We try to twist the outer world to make us happy when we can grant that to ourselves. It all comes from inside. So come with us this year. We want you to go on this journey all through 2021. We're going to take it step by step by step. At the end, you'll be a different person. And I can't wait because I'm telling you, we improve every day. My motto every day is every day in every way, I get better and better. I don't care if it's a little tiny bit. Every improvement, every move of the needle in the right direction, you are successful. Nobody can tell you how fast you have to run your race. As long as you're running in the right direction, you're doing fine. So Life 101, thanks for joining me today. I will be back again tomorrow. So I want to thank you. Go out, enjoy the day, and remember, don't worry, be happy, feel good. I'll see you soon.